Top billing.
All right, real quick before we start, we have to see the marked improvement by Jalen Hurts, albeit in a limited sample size. You still have to give respect because in the limited sample size, he actually looked like Tua looked in a limited sample size last season. 74% completion percentage, 11.36 yards per attempt. So it goes to show you the system is getting these big ass in completion and attempt yardage. 5 touchdowns, just 1 interception. He's never been a big interception guy. At least last season he wasn't. And even his first season, you can't necessarily say he was either. 23-9 his first season, 63% completion percentage his first season as well. So you look at it for his career, man. He's a pretty decent quarterback. Somebody's gonna get himself a pretty decent quarterback when he transfers. But let's go ahead and get into it. All right, top billing. Really loving what I'm seeing from Jalen Hurts this season. He's made a marked improvement, albeit in a small sample size, but man, you gotta analyze what you see out there. So this particular play right here, this is what we're gonna call, obviously it's just a package play. This is a normal gun split that they run that I diagrammed before in previous videos with Josh Jacobs and Najee Harris coming on kind of a sweep motion. So you will have the right guard, Alex Leatherwood, right here, pulling to make it mimic that particular run, right? However, when we get it going, you know it's all pass because everybody's first step is backwards, like pass protection. So you see that right there. You see Jedrick Wills setting up in his pass protection. You see with the fake sweep right here. But this is what I want you to look at right here. Let's check out Jalen Hurts and his mechanics. His mechanics sometimes were all over the place last season, but they seem to have gotten better. So we see right here, here's your push-off step right here in your gather phase. Look at let's just pay attention right now to the lower body mechanics. All right, so look at the crossover steps, look at the spacing. He's on balance. When you get to that spot right there, that's going to be your launch point right there. You're going to bounce, wait for your guy to clear. So obviously they're going to be throwing a post right here against cover 0. So I believe, I forget the receiver that this is going to. We'll see when they launch it. But just check it out right here. Weight transfer, like it. Point and shoot foot. You're going to be able to get some really good velocity on this particular throw if you're coming right there. He brings it over. He has a nice over-the-top delivery we see there. So right here, if there's only criticism of this, if I were to say that there should be criticism on this particular throw, we know that if we see Tua, he's going to throw the ball with this particular post right here. So that's Jerry Jeudy. He's going to lead him out towards this direction because you see Jeudy coming, right? So Jeudy came right here. Break on that post, he's going to be coming this direction. You want to lead him that direction. Jalen kind of throws it more upfield right here. Good throw because he's got the great mechanics on it, so he's able to get it past the defender, but not a throw that would go to the house like we would see maybe if Tua threw it. All right, so let's go ahead and roll with that. All right, over the top delivery like I said before. If you were to see right here, just look at the ball right there and the launch point in the air going straight towards the post, to the left, almost towards the middle of the goal post. And he should have probably tried to do it to the right post. But man, it was a great play, great mechanics. Nice to see him hit a splash play like that. This was a really good one as well. You have 11 personnel. You got your man on the line of scrimmage, Hell Hinches, tight end. Got Damian Harris back here at depth in the shotgun. So this is going to be, I noticed that a lot of Alabama's play is coming out of the slot this year. So I think you have trips left. So your tight slot, I believe, is Henry Ruggs. And Ruggs is going to be running a corner route at this particular safety right here. So they're able to isolate him on a safety. So this is going to be a throw that you're going to have some touch on, but the way they're coming, there's going to be some pressure as well. All right, so just look once again at Jalen Hurts' mechanics. All right, so look, gets a little, I like that right there. Pushing off that right foot. So your pull step here, very powerful. Going into the crossover steps, nice spacing. Look at the spacing right here. All right, gather phase, plant, hitch, weight transfer, over the top delivery. All right, so we know that this has to come right here leading Henry Ruggs to the corner right here. Sometimes we would see Jalen, I don't know what he would do, but he would either put the ball on the guy or he would air mail it somewhere. But he's doing a good job, man. So give credit where credit is due. He stays in the face of adversity. You see Hell Hentges right here, not getting barely a hand on the free runner. Jalen gets pushed. You don't really get the chance to see the completion from this particular angle right here, but it was completed. Look at Hurts. He knew it too. Look at him. I love it. Look at that. That's swagger right there. That's swagger. That's when you know you're doing something correct. So, hey, man, they got some good quarterback coaching and good quarterback room period going on there with Mike Locksley and Coach Enos doing a damn good job. I really like this one right here. I think it's very illustrative of the difference between Hurts and Tua at this part of their development. The thing about this is the results of the play is pretty good, but I think it could have been even better, and I think we may have seen that if Tua was the quarterback. So it's a pretty good one to work with right here. We have a couple of twin concepts. We have snug formation, 12 personnel, 1 back, 2 tight ends. Gonna have Henry Ruggs running a corner route right here. Jerry Jeudy on an out. Table route by Najee Harris. Gonna have a dig by Hell Hentges. And a shallow crosser by Irv Smith Jr. right here. So this is gonna be run into zone coverage. So the tighter the restrictive box is, being in the red zone here, makes it extremely difficult. That's why a lot of interceptions and stuff are thrown here, because you just don't have a lot of room to operate with. So as we see the play develop here, Jalen's mechanics still good. Nice pull step there. Nice spacing. Everything hitch. All right, so let's pause it right here. So he's not totally out. I guess if he had any kind of criticisms about it, maybe he can shoot the ball right here to the out route. Henry Ruggs seems to be covered. The crosser is developing pretty decently, but you're shooting a crosser into a shallow zone. You could pretty much get your tight end murdered right there. The dig, if it's coming behind here, it's covered. The table route right here. Now, if he were to go through all of his progressions, this would be, to me, the point to go with this, because you could essentially get 7-8 yards with your target instead of with yourself, and you never know. A big guy like Najee Harris maybe breaks a tackle out there on the edges and takes it in for a touchdown. So he didn't see anybody right here. He doesn't want to hit that out route. He doesn't want to hit the crosser right there. Like I said before, the dig is covered. So he does what he does. He takes off. He gets a pretty decent gain there. Not bad, but could have been better. All right, man, there's a little conspiracy going on out there. I'm just playing, man. But I don't know, it is a little weird though. This is your normal pass tag on the back of a run call. So you would have inside zone, but with normally it would be a slant. They've run this play ad nauseum, probably 600 times, and probably completed 599 of them with Tua. So what you'll have here is obviously your normal inside zone blocking from the offensive line, but you're gonna have motion right here. Your man Hell Hentges come in right here. What he's gonna do though, all right, before we get to there, this is what is gonna be the option man. The option man is gonna be optioned off of number 32 right here, the weak side inside linebacker. If he approaches the line of scrimmage on the inside zone, there will be a pass coming behind this. If he floats, then you would just give the ball off to Damian Harris right there. However, we'll see Hell Hentges coming from the slot. Normally what they do is they run slants off of this with some type of receiver like a Jerry Jeudy coming out of the slot, and it's a touchdown, because we see right here, this will be almost like zero coverage. You'll have the tight end matched up with the safety, and all he has to do is cross face, and it's a long gainer. But instead, Hell Hinches is just going to run straight at the safety. I just don't understand this particular play, but you have maybe a curl right or out route over here to the boundary. So let's roll it. All right, you got your motion right here. So you see your inside zone. So check out number 32 right here. He's approaching the line of scrimmage. This is how this play is normally ran. Right there, he's approaching line of scrimmage. So what you do is you replace hot. So you come right behind him, touchdown. Or maybe not with Hell Hinches, but it'll be a better gainer than you would think. All right, so I don't know. He's just running straight. Like, what is that gonna do? It's like a seam route or something like that. But luckily you got looks like a stop route right there. He completes it, and it is what it is. Curtains. So, all right, loving what I'm seeing from there, man. That has to be the best QB room in the country. With Joe Burrow leaving Ohio State. So, man, it's going to be nasty. But you know how it always plays out. Your man, too, is probably going to miss the LSU game or something like that. And Jalen will get in that bad boy and have to go against them Tigers defense, probably throw like 3 or 4 picks. And everybody's going to jump and run back up in here and be like, I told you, Murph, he sucks. Why you do that video on him? You made it happen or something like that. So it is what it is, man. But thank you for watching, everybody who watched to the end of the video. I know people probably left like 7-8 minutes ago because, you know, Alabama Cast just run up in the video and just like roll tide. Get to that patreon.com/Alabama Scheme Team, patreon.com/Alabama Scheme Team, and we can talk there. Podcasts, exclusive analysis, everything right there, recruiting tidbits, all of that. But I'm your man, Murph, the Underground King, and this is Top Billing Sports, and I am out. I remember when I said it was a conspiracy theory earlier. A little bit of bonus action right here. Anybody listening to this bad boy, shout out your boy in the comments section, and I'll give you an E-high five for being a real football head. Hashtag real football head right here. So remember I told you about the replace hot before on the RPO, pass tag on the back of a run call. This is the conspiracy right here because they run it correctly to me, but they run it with Jalen. They run Jalen into the teeth of the defense. So we see your man Jalen right here on the tight slot. Obviously, they're going to be option off of this particular guy right here, the strong side linebacker. Actually, he would be the weak side linebacker in this particular situation. So the weak side linebacker, and if he approaches the line of scrimmage, your man Jalen's going to run that slant, like I said, like it should have been run before. All right, so let's see how it goes on. All right, inside zone. 2 is reading your man right there, number 47. He approaches the line of scrimmage. All Jalen has to do is replace right behind him. That's always the void. Whoever moves up, that's always the void. So, of course, they run it perfectly for Tua, but they run it to actually to Jalen Hurts. So remember the previous video when I talked about that package with them two together, it's just developing even better right here. But obviously Jalen is not a receiver. He gets bogged down in the mud. He don't know where to go. He just gets hit. Gets converged on. Conspiracy theory, y'all. Dun, dun, dun. All right, I'm out. I'll let your boy in the comment section. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top billing.